Hello? 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 Oh, hi. 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 How are you? What's new? What's exciting? Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited because Ducky's rescue rovers were doing really well, from what I can recall. Because we had put them in the right spot. Where is Kerbal? Kerbal's over there. Which puts it down here. Let's remind ourselves about Ducky's rescue craft. It's an exciting craft. The engineering on it, flawless. In fact, we managed to slide closer to the rescue beacon. And as long as we're not moving... Oh, look, we're sliding already. Great. I only care about the surface speed. The surface speed. Because the idea is that we're going to stop moving anytime. I actually need to get brave enough to just disconnect one of these rovers, if not both. Although I'm actually really torn if I want to take both rovers off at this exact moment. Or wait. I think it would be better if I waited. But I actually am very concerned about the unexpected. The unexpected is actually my biggest concern. Because we never truly accounted for the possibility of sliding like we really are. And I'm going to have to factor that in to all future missions. The possibility that the ground is not flat wherever I land. It's a nice enough view, right? We'll eventually stop. I think the only actual choice is to get brave and to disconnect one of these rovers. But I have concerns and fear. Mostly about the fact that we're moving. I really do want to believe that there's going to be somewhere the movement stops. There has to be. It's going to be like way down there though. I should like quick save or something. As a just in case. What's happening over here? Hold on. I'm checking all kinds of things. I'm checking to see what's working properly and what ain't. Okay. Back to the spaceship that never wants to stop moving. Okay. Escape. Save this game. Quick save number 9. And I guess this is what's about to happen. Great. Terrific start. Whoops. Hold on. Hold up. I recognize that problem. The toggle torque. No, hold on. Take your brakes off and get away from this. Part of that was what I needed. Great. Ducky's rescue rover is on its way. Do the brakes actually work here? Are we balanced on 2 wheels? Can I put the butt down? Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm accepting this so far. Take the brakes off, and let's get rolling. We cannot be going too fast. It is absolutely possible to be going too fast. Our momentum gets conserved. And then we run into problems. But yo, this is great. Where's the rename it? Rename it. Rename this vessel. Ducky's Rescue Rover Prime. That'll be it. And it is a rover by my definitions. It just happens to have tourist panels. And that ship hasn't fallen. So we're making great progress. How amazing is this? What is going on? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. That looks like it's having a problem to me. Hmm. 4 meters per second. We've picked up a lot of speed. I was thinking I needed to check to see how the YouTube stream was going, and I picked up way too much speed in the process. It's jump scares. Jump scares in Kerbin. We should definitely get the better view. The problem... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yo, this is a fantastic little rover. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. Although I gotta remember, turning at speed is certainly dangerous. Oh, hey, Babbles. We're making great progress. And there's so much science here. There's so much science ability. cliffs are going to be the scariest thing we encounter. A cliff? Oh, gosh. Imagine just not seeing it. Go flying over it. Seems like a problem. I think maybe we're going to stop at one of these rocks because it's just going to be on the way. So we're going to demonstrate some of the scientific abilities of Ducky's rescue rover. Here, let's stop at this rock here. If we can. Okay. Maybe we'll stop at a different one. And we will just not hit that? I feel like I am sliding much more than I'm even driving right now. This is good to know. Okay, watch. We'll get... Oh, are we even going to be able to stop right here? We can drift. That's cool enough. But I need to stop so that I can use this arm here. See, it doesn't help if we're still sliding. Because I have to be... Oh. Okay. We've given up. It's possible. It's possible that this rock is not even scannable. Yeah, this rock isn't even scannable. How silly of me. Well. Let's just observe this mystery goo. Hang on to that. We'll log the temperature and just hang on to that. And we're gonna need the brakes so we can turn around. We definitely have to turn around. Otherwise, my controls are going to be different, and that'll be a problem. A huge problem. Look at us go. Oh, I wonder if turning up this traction control is going to be helpful. Or if it's going to backfire. I suppose on mission isn't necessarily the time to be testing these sorts of things, huh? Oh gosh, we've made it to the 3 kilometers away part. This is the progress. Yo, I'm going way too fast. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh. Oof. It seems to factor in the rotation of Mun when it's calculating my relative speed at this distance, which is a problem. It was a problem before, it's a problem now. We don't need to factor in the planet's rotation. We just need to patiently get there. Ooh. Oh. This rover is not capable of holding target on... Yeah, holding on target. Pointing out the target. I wonder if one of these little stones is going to be something I can, try and scan. Because I need to finish showing off the scientific capabilities of this rover. Because Ducky's rescue rover is capable of doing more science. It feels so far away. Especially when I zoom out. We're going right for that rock. In an absolutely unintentional kind of way. This rock is probably not going to be a scannable one. Now can we stop? Can we stop here? No. No, that is not a scannable rock. As much as I would have liked to scan it. All right, only 2.5 kilometers to go. It's a huge success that we've even gotten this far. With a rover like this, crew capacity for 2. We're going to be able to take both of this. We're going to be able to take 2 tourists back at a time. It's a heckin' of a drive, though. I'll give it that. And part of the reason is I'm so timid about the speed. But I guess I can see clear open road from here till basically the beacon. So if we were ever going to be risky with our speed, now's the time. But yo, losing this rover at the crash site would be the worst. Let's just put that out of the way. Leave the button where we can find it, but put it out of the way. It's great progress. It's great success. It's truly, I'm so happy with how well the rover works, truthfully. As much as I would like a very nimble and incredibly stable kind of spaceship to do this, like if I was using a rocket, 2 kilometers would be nothing, right? But if I had to EVA it, 2 kilometers would be absolutely terrible. So trade-offs, right? At least now we have this electric, unmanned transfer vessel. Capable of docking onto any craft. It'll be truly the most flexible kind of rover of all time. It's probably going to get used in many crafts moving forward. Oh, yo, losing speed. We lost all speed. What happened? Rolling downhill, that's what happened. Oh, look, I stopped paying attention to the speed again and just trusted it was working, and I lost all speed rolling down the hill. Ugh. Yes, we are less than 2 kilometers away from the rescue beacon. I bet those tourists know I'm coming at this point. I saw the buddy bot. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna try and stop at this little rock. Oh, no, sliding downhill in the wrong way because of that. Hold up. We got lots going on in this moment. I gotta do them squats, yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squats. 10 squats because I'm not a potato. But are we able to scan this little rock? Because getting this scan is kind of a big deal. It'll be a first of its kind. We didn't even test the scan out on Kerbin. We just took it with us because we had room. Sliding in a wrong direction here. Whoa, 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 that's definitely wrong. Oh, sliding down the hill. We're never gonna get it. Not if we can't stop. No target in 2 meters. But I would disagree. I guess not. I tried. I really did. I really, really did. Two more kilometers to the rescue beacon, and we're 2 kilometers away from the rescue craft. That puts us at halfway, at least for the first trip. Perhaps I should have brought the other rover too, so we could have done it in one. Actually, ooh, I should have brought ladders and an engineer. Oh, if I'd put some ladder, no, because the tourists can't get out at all. Tourists have to be inside. At all times. That is part of what makes this entire mission a little more challenging, is that the Kerbals are tourists and therefore not allowed to EVA. Like, it would be a challenging EVA, but I probably would have tried it if it wasn't for the tourists. Oh, they are over a hill and through the woods. Oh, that's so much further looking now. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get there. I'm convinced. It's gonna work. But oh boy, it's a drive. But it was important I put the spaceship down. I couldn't risk it. Not after what's happened up until this point. When we specifically brought a rover. We brought 2 rovers. We brought 2 rovers capable of doing this drive. And just because it's a long one doesn't mean we can't or shouldn't do it. Sometimes you just gotta go for the road trip. And the only thing that's gonna stop this rover is night. So as long as we can put the brakes on and find somewhere safe to spend the night, then it'll all be fine. And it's not even like nights anytime soon. We got plenty of time. You know, if those big rocks aren't the surface features I'm supposed to scan, I'm not really even sure what will be. This feels like we're almost at the top of the hill. So much progress. So much. Oh, I'm getting excited, all right. It's a shame we didn't bring fireworks. But I understand why. Look at that. So close, I can smell it. I cannot stress this enough. I am so pleased with this rover. I would love a little bit more traction, but that's the Mun's fault. This will be so much harder to steer on Minmus. I think if we're going to put it on Minmus, it would be worth putting some mono propellant thrusters to act like immediate brakes. Or we could also just try and make a mono propellant fueled drone. No, because then it's got a fuel limit, and that's a problem. But it could always refuel. Yo, these are good thoughts. A refuelable... So if we're going to do that, then it would have to get put down somewhere near a refuel... Or... Questions. We'll have to sort out the specifics later. That sounds like a next generation rescue mission to me. Because right now, Ducky's rescue rover is totally solar powered. Driving around just fine here on the Mun. Capable of docking into any craft required. Ducky's rescue rover, 10 out of 10. I guess I shouldn't actually rate it 10 out of 10 yet. It hasn't completed the mission yet. But I have a high level of confidence in it, considering where we are. Whoa, 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 wait, stop! Okay. This is different. This has been different than everything else. And we are stopping to take a look. I feel like that was the first time these brakes have worked at stopping anything since I've gotten here. How is this not a surface feature that I can scan? There we go. Scan the Mun crater. What happened? Why didn't I get a science pop up? Did we move or something? That's good. This is good. We've scanned it now. Excellent. That's full science for transmitting it back, so let's do that before we do anything else. And we have plenty of electricity to spare after this. That's great! We're very pleased. We're very, very pleased with that. Let's continue on with the mission. Yo, Red. Red, hi. What looks weird about it? Oh, the Uber. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. I thought it said it looked uber weird. But yes, this is definitely the slowest Uber. But part of that is specifically the driver. Because I am truly concerned about unintentionally flipping this. So I have tried to go under 5 meters per second. Which makes it slow. Very slow. Very, very, very slow. But I am very pleased with Ducky's rescue rover. We are almost at the rescue beacon. We've gotten some amazing science. We got that Mun crater scanned just now. So that was amazing. And we're definitely very, very optimistic at this point. It's been a fairly safe and comfortable drive here. We are very close in the grand scheme of things. What's this? 500 meters away from the beacon and 3 kilometers away from the craft we came on. So it's doing really well. It's doing really well. And I do not want to have to send the backup rover to save this rover. That'd be bad. It's been a fantastic little craft. And it continues to excel. Look, its electricity is already fully charged again. That's great. That's great. There's plenty of solar panels on it. Let's just slow that down a little. We don't need it going too fast. I like that little driving emote. That's cute. Arm that, please. And now, we just gotta go bump it a little bit and take 2 tourists back. Ooh, maybe I'll put the pilot just right on top, because I can get the pilot to hold on to that. Actually, I should probably do that on the final trip instead of this one. It's always bad when the pilot doesn't go down with the ship, isn't it? The captain should not be the first to leave. We are only 200 meters away from the rescue beacon. Ooh, we could siphon all that monopropellant off too. Don't think we're really using it, but. Do you think this rover could pick the ship up? Probably not, right? That'd be too crazy. The rover's gonna get picked up, right? There's no way we're gonna be able to just like grab it and lift it up, right? And drive away with it, right? I feel like I gotta try. No, there's no way it happens. There's no way, but I gotta try it. How could I not? Oh my goodness, our center of gravity? Oh my gosh, our center of gravity would be terrible if we did that. Oh, hi spaceman. It's good to see a spaceman here while we're doing space stuff. This is a rescue mission. I don't know if you've seen the title, but it was predicted by a user I refer to as Ducky that there would be a problem. And you might be able to tell from this spaceship here that the engine seems to have fallen off. And without an engine, that craft was not capable of doing anything. Ooh, it has fireworks though. We're going to be able to set off some fireworks. We just got to get the rescue rover out of the way of the fireworks. Ooh, I could drop the... Oh, ooh. There's a stack separator there. I could make that whole thing lighter and have an even easier time trying to do this. Oh my gosh, what am I... I should just go ahead with the mission as planned. I'm definitely in the way of the fireworks, though. Great. Great, we've got here. Big round of applause, everybody. Much success. This phase of the mission has proven quite successful so far. Now, there are some tourists here. Where are they? I'm looking at this wrong. I need to transfer the crew. Why does it gotta be that way? Why? What am I gonna do? I need to transfer Karnan, sure. He's the one who wanted to land here anyways. We're gonna transfer this one here to... I think that's the last one I'm capable of transferring. Yeah. Escape to cancel. Now, I need to control from here. And can I? Can we drag this? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Up. Will you go up? Will you go up? No? No, my rover's going up. Okay. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, this is okay. This is okay. We have a plan for this. We have accounted for this. Why are you rolling? Whatever. Roll the ship then. Great. Great. Now let's put this away. Put the brakes on for a second. I'm afraid of what's going to happen. Put these away. Both of them just go away. All right. Now, Ducky's rescue craft, here we come. It shouldn't roll. Oh, hold on. I gotta turn this craft around. Dragging it from the top of the rocket. You know what? I bet. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna try and take the top portion of this craft back with us so that we don't have to do the drive again. And when I reconnect, we will revisit the fact that BuddyBot wants me to do some squats. That's not what I meant to do. You go down. And you come down. All right. Arm that. Okay, I can do those squats real quick. Hold on, give me a second. BuddyBot wants me to do some squats. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squats. 10 squiddy squats. Okay. Now. We are attempting to pick this vessel up. Our lighting situation is not good. And we're not coming at it straight on either. But this is all going to be fine for this next attempt. Okay, now I need to put the solar panels away because I don't want to risk breaking them. We are going to decouple that so that we have less weight. And then I need to control from here. And we can drag it. This is good. This is good, team. Red, thank you so much for being a potato. I love it. Okay. Hold on, where is our target? Ooh, look, we also have more advanced controls now. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh my gosh! Hold on! Hold on! Okay. Can we gently roll back down? I thought I told it to control from there. And I've got a reaction wheel somewhere that I need to turn off. Hold on. I get it. I understand what's happened here. Hold on. Okay. Reaction wheels should have been off. Why is off not an option? Wheel authority 0. Hey, Rabbit! Welcome to the disaster that is unfolding. Toggle torque off. I just want those disabled altogether, okay? I only want to use this one. Okay. Now. Can we pick it up? No, it's gonna pick us up. Okay. This is fine. But I swear, I'm trying to control from here. Okay. Now. That should point our butt towards the target. And going backwards. Oh, we've lost the ability to do this. What's up? Are we... Uh-oh. That's definitely a problem. Okay. 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 Hold on. Can I can't disconnect anything else, can I? No, and I have 3 more tourists. 3 tourists and a pilot. Ducky! Ducky, hi! It's okay. But your rescue rovers are working great. We're just trying to make it a little crazy. But I don't seem to have the ability. What if I was further away? Yo, that was way too much, way too quick. Okay, so let's turn that down. No, okay. I cannot see this working correct. No matter what I do. I don't see how I'm going to be able to drag this capsule. I got to do it as a drive. So... Alright. Alright. Ducky, just know that your rescue craft has been an amazing success so far. And we are going to deliver the first 2 tourists back. And then I guess we'll just come back for the next 2. Let's stop. Can we stop? Can we have breaks? We can have breaks. Breaks are good. What's this first milestone? We've started construction of an outpost on the Mun. Yeah, that's absolutely what we did. Alright, well. Guess we're just gonna do this drive multiple times. I don't see any other option. Except trying to move the rescue craft, but that sounds super dangerous. Oh. That's a good yawning stretch. Yo, this drive is gonna take a bit. In the meantime, what delicious thing have you consumed today? Gosh, I hope if this rover barrels through a rock, it just barrels through. I really hope it doesn't give me grief. Because realistically, these rocks are the only potential obstacle that I'm really concerned. I guess there's that one mun crater somewhere. I feel like we've probably already passed it. And I don't remember there being a whole lot of mountains and valleys to really be worried about. So, a matcha cookie. That does sound delicious. 3.5 kilometers to go. Coffee and a banana. That's also a solid choice. Okay, this is a big moment. I'm really afraid of clipping on that rock. Right here. Please don't. Please don't die. Ah. See, that took a lot out of me. I expected it was gonna happen that way, but I was afraid that it wasn't. But we are definitely driving a lot faster than we did on the way there. Like, easily twice as fast right now. We built up some confidence. And I think for the next trip, I might actually want to take both of the rovers. Kind of like in a human centipede format. Oh, I don't want it at the versus the target. I want the surface. Makes a huge difference. My velocity relative to the target is not important if I'm about to hit a rock. Yo, only 3 kilometers to go. Yo, Spaceman, I'm gonna trust your math on that one. But yeah, like, I'm feeling extra brave at the moment. And part of that is because I have some more familiarity with the road. Right? We've driven this road already. I'm not expecting to find a ramp anywhere. So I'm definitely willing to drive a lot faster. And now we're going downhill. So we're about to pick up speed. And the only thing that matters to me right now is not flipping. So, like, we can see this road. Oh, that actually does look like a nice little dip right over here. Great. Great! Yo, we're still picking up speed. We should probably hit the brakes. What is, since you're doing math for me, what would my meters per second have to show if I was doing 50 kilometers an hour? How would that math work out? Will you do that math for me? Because I'll tell you, these brakes are not doing that math for me. I'm glad I hit the brakes early, because boy, oh boy. What's with that rock? That rock looks different. Is that a crater? Or a mudstone? Interesting. I might want to look for that. 14, you say? Okay. Well, we are moving. And the brakes are on. I must say, the drive back being mostly downhill is definitely a little nicer. Hello, Lone Star. Welcome. Welcome back. We're delivering some tourists to the rescue vessel. Because, oh my gosh, this rescue rover has done amazing. It's not the strongest thing I've ever seen. But it has done this 4 kilometer drive, and it's halfway back. And we got some amazing science. We scanned a crater. We've learned a thing or two or bit about orbital construction, or no, not orbital, planetary construction. I don't know. Surface outposts. No, tourists cannot EVA, which is part of what makes this rescue mission a little more challenging, and is why it had to be designed in the way it was. Because, you know, I could put the pilot from the original mission just to hang on to this door, and I might even be willing to let him balance on top and hope that we could manage to all stay together. But there are too many tourists. So because of the tourists, I have to do this trip 3 times. I think I'm going to bring the second rescue craft, the rescue vessel, rover, the second rescue rover next time. I'll just dock them together with these grabber claws. And theoretically, we might be able to drive both of them over at the same time, which would save me the time of having to do a drive. Because, like, what's it take? It's like a 30-minute drive if I'm being... what's the word? If I'm being risky, it's not necessarily risky. If I'm being confident, if I'm driving assertively, these are things that can cut down the time. But if I'm cautious, being cautious would make this drive take way too long. It did. I felt like the first hour of the stream was just us driving there and getting familiar with the road. But if the tourists could have EVA'd, then heck, I might have made that one tourist that actually wanted to land here, I would have made him parachute out. While everybody else left. You know, you're right, Spaceman. I am fairly lucky with the terrain between these two vessels. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I actually tried to land them closer together. But because the engine fell off of the original mission, when the rescue mission landed a little too far away, I felt the need to just accept it, because the rovers are designed to deal with this. Like, this was specifically the problem that the rovers were designed to deal with, is moving a Kerbal from one vessel to another without those two vessels docking together. It's the middle person. And I'm going to be able to leave these behind, right? And because they're solar paneled, they're electrically powered, they will be able to just stay around here, do extra science, and to be extra useful to us in the future. It's just a shame I can't have a program just drive the rover where I want it to be. You know, like, if I could tell it to drive the rover and I didn't have to look and it would just move that there, and if it didn't require me to, like, go into program logs and change something to that, like, really be like I'm cheating. Like, I don't want to cheat, I just want to tell the rover to drive on its own without me. I think MechJeb could do stuff like that, but as we've said in previous times, I generally don't do a lot of modding on my games. So here we are, 600 meters away from the rescue craft. Yeah, I'll build a base that's heavier. And then I'll build a bigger rescue craft that works more like a forklift. That's exactly what we should do. But I had to start small. And I had to start by rescuing these tourists. So this is absolutely Ducky's rescue rover. And it's doing great. I'm overall very satisfied with its performance. I think the idea of picking up the original ship was ambitious. Dragging it back was optimistic, and it just wasn't ever really in the cards or the design. But oh my gosh, it's gonna be nice when we complete this tourist mission. It would have been much cheaper for us, as Ducky had suggested, to just send a separate craft later, just for the one person that wanted to come here. Everybody else just got what sounded like a bonus and has turned into a month-long delay on a diet of snacks. And maybe a diet of snacks isn't necessarily a bad thing. But sometimes you need a good, healthy meal, right? All right, we've lost a lot of speed without any direct explanation as to why. So that's been exciting. Yo, plus we got to scan that Mun crater. That was good. We could just spend an entire day driving around Mun once? For some reason, I thought I had 2 of these goos instead of just the 1. But it's not even important. I don't even have a scientist that can come and reset that right now. I gotta bring a scientist to it. Yo, this stream is gonna end up being like a 20 kilometers worth of driving. On the Mun, in my rover. Now, let's remember, for the love of all that is holy, do not change the ship orientation after you dock. Whatever you do, do not change the ship's orientation. That's the wrong one. This one's got to come down to like that. And that is too far extended. We're going to slow its traverse rate down too. And then we got to arm this. Also got to keep that out so that we can easily detach it. Alright, we are almost there. Almost got 2 tourists delivered. And then we'll try and line up this human centipede stuff. There's a crew hatch right there? That doesn't make sense. Oh, the crew hatch is in there. Whatevs, it's not important. It is not. What is important is successfully delivering these tourists. Oh, buddy, it is. I'm sorry, but this is a bad time. Oh, I can't get away with saying that. I feel bad just saying that. Hold on. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I did it. I did it. Okay, now we have to connect to that ship. Real delicate moment coming up here. And I am definitely afraid of accidentally tipping that ship. Cannot quick save while moving on the surface. You know, that makes sense. You can accept that. But I think hitting one of the lander legs with this is going to be bad. So I don't really want to hit a lander leg. Gonna try and grab onto the engine. Let's actually see if we can stop now, so that we could quick save it and then come in here and make this connection where we will deliver these to tourists. I'm afraid of tipping that ship. Very afraid, truthfully. Now put the brakes on, because I don't want you to move. The most tragic thing would be if this just randomly starts moving on me. Right? So here we are. We could even quick save it again. Now I'm hoping that if I open this real slow like, then we grab that. No, it doesn't grab on the engines. That's fair if it doesn't. Hold on. Pull that back in. Get in a little closer. And this'll work. This'll be fine. I know, we just gotta grab the right part. Look, I told you, Ducky's rescue rover can dock onto any vessel. What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up then. Hold up. That goes like there. That'll go like this. 180 is too far. No. It's more like a 90. We need a little more than 90. Look, see? See, I told you we are prepared for anything because we are in Ducky's rescue rover. Now seriously though, connect. Great, see? That happened. The brakes are on. We are going to transfer that one into there. We're gonna transfer that one to there. And then we're gonna release that. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Hit the brakes, please. Please hit the brakes. Now. Decouple that too. Swap it up. And get you out of the way. Oh, your brakes are on too. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We just gotta line these up proper. That's all. It's gonna be a tricky thing. But it's gonna save us a lot of time. Alright, now you are going to come down like this so that you're nice and in line. You are gonna arm. And now I'm gonna switch to this. Let's just reset that all to its build angle and disarm that. Your brakes. Hold up. All right, this is gonna go great. I have a lot of faith in it right now. Oh gosh, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes, will you? Oh, can we back this in? Not at this rate, I'll tell you. Hold on. Oh, whoa, come on. Okay. So backing up my rover is proving to be incredibly difficult. So we're just gonna try and get it to stop. And we'll get the other one here to drive in. And that way we are building a train. Stop. Great. We're gonna control from here. And now everyone's gonna be happy with our ability to steer. You have no wheel authority. That's what I'm hoping for, at least. All right, here we go. Here we go. Enough room for everybody. And it's only 4 kilometers away. Lights on, everyone. Lights on. And it's a mostly straight kind of drive. So it shouldn't be too hard. And because we're longer now, our, what's the word? Our center of gravity is gonna feel, no, it's not gonna be any lower. It's not getting lower. But if the rover bounces, kind of like it lifts up at the front, the backside will at least hold it down a little. And we've established that we should actually be doing this at like closer to like a 4 meters per second or faster. I think we were going comfortably at like 8 earlier, weren't we? But this time I have both of the rovers with me, which means disaster is amplified because I brought all the backup. I brought the backup. So I cannot be a risky driver. And we'll worry about whatever extra science we can navigate from it after we have taken the tourists home. I'll send a scientist back here in a future mission, trying to land near that crater. Set up a permanent base with some kind of like some kind of ground anchors so that we could do something more without risking it. It's a good time. I like this little train. This little train's doing just fine. And now we're going downhill, so we're picking up speed. It's a good time. Yo, 10 meters per second. That's fast. I feel like we're fast. There's less than 3 kilometers to the crash site. Or should I refer to it as the tourist way station? We should probably rename the debris. Oh, I'm gonna crash into that rock. No? No, I'm not. Okay. And I know I'm gonna clip through those rocks. I know it's not that big of a problem. But like, honestly, hitting anything that pushes back at 11 meters per second is gonna worry me. Cause like, what was it? We established that was gonna be like 35 kilometers an hour. If I was in an accident going at 35 kilometers, I could potentially damage my vehicle. But we have some movement here. And as long as I can safely dodge any rocks that are coming my way, then I'm going to feel like everything is good. Everything's gravy. Yo, I am definitely glad that we brought the second rover at this point. I feel like bringing the extra seats for everybody is really good. There's less than 2 kilometers to go. This is good. This is good. Going uphill. That's good. That means we control our speed a little easier. There's only 1.5 kilometers left to go. I'm excited. Yo, these rovers doing so good. One kilometer to go to the tourist way station. It's one heckin' of a mun drive, though. At least the weather's nice. It's sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky. I mean, as long as you brought proper sunscreen or like long sleeves. Definitely get yourself a solid driving tan doing this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's only 0.5 kilometer left. 250 meters. We'll probably try and stop at like 100 meters and like properly position everything. Line it all up. Look at all that debris. Trash pandas love the debris. Okay, now 100 meters is feeling like it's pretty far away. Arm that thing. Yo, that's rolling? Why is that rolling? I didn't know it was rolling. How long has it been was it been rolling this entire time? Now can we pull the whole thing back? No. Still no. Okay. Transfer. Ron Fennell. You'll go there. Transfer. Milltop. You'll go there. Transfer. Sergel. You'll go there. You will extend. You will extend. You will extend. That looks like one of them broke while it was rolling. Anyways, that should be all 4 people on board, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's nobody else there. There was no science that we needed. Whoops. I see that was a mistake now, I understand. It might stop it from rolling, at least, so we'll leave that open. Oh, Valentina's still in there. Hold on, Valentina. Get you out. There's no one here. No crew. No crew. Great. Okay. We are ready to leave. Even though that's a perfectly valid return vessel, I have no way to return it. Now we're gonna disarm that. We're gonna turn that back. We're gonna set the rescue craft as our new target. We're gonna try and turn. And here we go. Off to the return vessel with all of the crew. You're right, buddy. I should. Our control point is wrong. All right. Now we are driving away back to the return vessel, and BuddyBot wants me to do some squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squiddy squats. Okay. Okay. .6 kilometers to go. I bet that little rock right there is gonna be a Munstone. And we should get that. Because Valentina can get out and get that. Valentina is allowed to do that because Valentina is not a tourist. And that way, Valentina can grab all the science we may want all at once. And then she'll just hang on to the side. Valentina, could you please EVA? Let go. Where's that little rock? Right over there. Just take this little rock over here. Take the surface sample. Take an EVA. Oh, the EVA report is irrelevant. But the surface sample, and that did not count as a Mun rock. We were not able to collect that. But I think there was a mystery goo I wanted her to grab too. Collect that data. Can you restore it? I didn't think you could. Take that data. And now, just hang on and go for the ride. And the reason I'm actually doing that right now is because Valentina is holding that surface sample. And if she gets into a command pod of any kind, she's going to store that data there. And then I'm going to have to get out, take the data from there, and then move it to whatever return vessel I'm using. So instead, I'm just going to have Valentina EVA directly from there up onto the control center for the return rocket. That way I just save myself a little time in taking and like grabbing that extra data. But yo, there's only 3 kilometers left. This rescue mission been top notch. We had some concerns at the start of this mission, but it's worked. Although it would be great if we had like that little bit of extra traction. Now look, we've got a nice straight shot to the rescue craft. We just need to go straight for it, and all will be well. Yo, going down this hill sideways sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Gotta keep facing basically prograde. Yo, would you look at that? There's only 2 kilometers left. Hold on, can I stop here? Because that looks like a Munstone. That's gonna be a Munstone if I can stop here. No. No, I cannot stop here. Never mind, we'll just keep on going then. The Munstone is not that big of a deal right now. The Munstone was just going to be a bonus. The surface sample we've got alone will be helpful. Plus, we did that scan of the Mun crater. That's going to be good. That looks like a Munstone right there. Don't know if I'd stop in time. Might not even be a Munstone. Oh well, we're gonna keep on going. Well, 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 would you look at that? There's less than a kilometer to go. Yo, and since we were able to put these rovers here on the Mun, we can definitely put a pair of them on Minmus. Although I think if we put them on Minmus, we're going to run into problems with the low gravity. We need like a high level of control. Should find a way to make RCS boosters that can just give me the level of control that I want. Yo, less than 500 meters away. "300 meters to the rescue vessel." "200 meters to the rescue vessel." Is that a Munstone? That looks like it might be a Munstone. We're gonna stop and check that. It'll be wild if this Munstone was just so close this whole time. That Munstone just being 100 meters away? It wouldn't have mattered though. We need Valentina to be able to get it. Switch to Valentina, who is going to let go. Pick up that Munstone. Oh, we already had that. Oh, man. Whatever. Don't care. Why are we climbing up like that? There we go. And we'll drive the last few meters over there. What is it? 100 meters. 100 meters to the rescue vessel. We are so close. Hey, Betty. Welcome to the party. You're just in time. We're about to deliver the last of the tourists back to the rescue vessel. How are you? As always, our most important detail is not to tip over the ship in the process. Tipping the ship is regarded as bad form. All right, we have arrived, and now we will begin docking procedures. Stick that out as far as it'll go. We need the extra reach. Oh, it didn't grab. Why did it not want to grab? Back it up, back it up. Oh, we're turning the wrong way. A little bit dangerous reaching over the landing legs. But there. We done it. Definitely nervous. Transfer you to there. Transfer you to there. Transfer you to there. Valentina, let go. Lights on. RCS up. And let's get you into the top. Our spacewalks are legendary. Great. Do you need an EVA report? No. Just get in. control from here. Release that. And we're going. We are going. We need an orbit around Mun as soon as we can have it. Legs up. Oh, we don't want target. We want surface is fine. Target doesn't matter anymore. Well, I'm just a little worried. I'm a little worried. Yeah, for sure. Let's go prograde. Warp to there. I gotta be real, like, I'm sure I've got enough fuel, right? Absolutely must have enough fuel, but I am worried because we've already sent the first rescue mission. If I have to send a second rescue mission for this set of tourists, that would suck. But now I have an orbit low around Mun. And I need to come back to Kerbin. Which means I probably want to do that there. So let's see. If I fling myself out that way, that feels wrong. See, that's too big. But if I did that there... There's a limit to how good that is. Doesn't need to be all that much. But if I pulled that back to like there, do I have a better answer? No. No, that's a worse answer. So we're gonna cut that. We're gonna come to like there. We'll go prograde from there. And that'll get us out of Mun orbit. And we'll head on home. That'll be good enough. And then I'll shrink it once I get to like there. Want to be basically there. And then we'll shrink that periapsis down. Get the blue circle real small. You're right, buddy, I should. All right, that ought to be good. Now, before we do the re-entry, I need to walk away for a moment. So I'm gonna do a quick fluid exchange. You can look at my homunculus and we'll be back to finish off the mission. Okay, I am back, and we are going home. Let's turn SAS off for now. Actually, no. Let's just hold that for a second. Then we'll turn it off. And then we're gonna wait until we get a little lower, because we'll get down well into the atmosphere and have heating problems while we burn off the last of our fuel. $70, $90, $90, $80, $75. Okay, atmosphere's coming up. That means now is the time to go retrograde. Sorry for the nighttime re-entry. I do try and avoid this, but stuff happens. All right, 3,000 meters per second. That's fast. So we're going to develop heating issues fairly soon. Look at that. Look at all that heat. But it's important we don't start to blast the thrusters too soon, because if we do, then we change the low point, and that's problematic. So waiting for basically as long as we can before we hit those thrusters is, in my opinion, good. But we've got this heating issue building up. It's building up fairly quickly. So if it gets to where my mouse pointer is, I'm gonna have to hit the throttle full. Because we're going to have to cut off this speed. But there it is. So, can I hold on any longer? I'm really afraid, so here we go. Done pretty good so far. You know, we don't have as much of a heating issue. Our apoapsis, or the high point, has dropped significantly. We still haven't hit the low point yet, so that's good. No more heat issues. That's great. That means we're likely to survive. Oh, that's great. We're not even going to leave the atmosphere again. That's amazing. I'll probably drop the lower stage when we're somewhere in the daylight. If that's even possible. This might have just been unfortunately night. Oh, no. Yeah? Yeah, we'll land somewhere in the water in the daylight. That's the hope, at least. Somewhere in the water, in the daylight, with all of our tourists. Basically feels like the best re-entry we could have hoped for. Now it's just a matter of cutting down speed. No heating issues, that's great. We seem to be holding steady in the direction we want to. Not gonna leave the atmosphere. 10 out of 10 so far. Overall, very, very satisfied with how this mission has gone. And I mean the rescue mission. Not the mission that required rescuing, but the rescue mission itself has been tremendous. Gosh, are we coming up on daylight yet? Oh, we're not gonna land in daylight, are we? We're gonna be lucky if the daylight finds us. Oh, we're starting to see some sunlight on the horizon. We are witnessing dawn. Yeah, we said when we come back, we desperately want coffee. So everyone was like, well, you'd better come back in the morning then. 'Cause coffee is a morning drink. Gosh, I love coffee. Yo, the sun! The sun! How amazing! Overheating again. I thought we got past all this overheating issues. It's gonna be okay, team. Don't panic. I got this. We got Valentina on board. And Valentina has plot armor. I am starting to worry about the potential for explosions, but we're slowing down still. We're slowing down quickly. Great, the heating issues have gone. I thought that was gonna happen. What's this about? Well, I'm coming in like a bullet. What's up with the bullet? What's up with the bullet trajectory? Do I not have a heat shield? Oh. Do not have enough control for this, I'll tell you that. Wiggle any way. I was afraid for a second that I might have left a tourist behind. Okay, I really need to slow down some still. And this bullet trajectory is not making me feel safe. But I cannot flip the ship retrograde proper. Oh, we've almost slowed down enough. That's good. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got to retrograde. Great. Great. The slowing down really did it for us. Now the parachutes don't open until 1,000 meters. So honestly, landing in the water would have been a lot better, but here we are. Do I have enough parachute? Yes, I do. Great job, team. Parachutes have opened successfully. You and me both, spaceman. We were nervous. Especially with the sound of that explosion. Yo, 12 kilometers away? That is far. That was not a very long period of time. Alright, Valentina, what do you think about a crew report? Nothing? Nothing. Alright, Valentina, EVA. Now give me an EVA report. And you can get back in. Little bits of extra science, right? They add up. This feels fast. Oh, we're on the ground. Great. Great. I don't see anything I want to bother with. Actually, we should EVA again. Will you take a surface sample? Yeah, I didn't expect it to be great, but I expected to get it. Woohoo! The tourists. They all came back. Now let's look at our funding situation. Because I believe that when we initially sent those tourists, we had about 500,000 funds. And that had to pay for the ship. And that had to pay for the rescue ship. We have so much science now. We have over 1 million funds, which means even with the rescue ship, we doubled our amount of funding. And there are no active contracts right now. So that is amazing. That calls for a celebration, but we also got to decide what we're going to do. What is our next kind of mission? What do we want to do? Is it another tourist one? Where do these people want to go? Minmus, the Mun, Minmus, Mun and Minmus, Mun, Kerbin, Mun, Minmus. Okay, so these tourists would love to do basically that trip as well. That tourist adventure was so popular, even though it required a rescue, that we have people lined up to buy new tickets. But I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. Science data from the space around Tylo. That doesn't sound that profitable. But that would be only for the benefit of putting stuff in and around Tylo. So this is like if we were going there, we would pick that up as well. I think, what else can we do for R&D? Do we get bigger antennas? Bigger solar panels? Fuel cells? That's a bigger relay antenna. This is a better probe core. This is for mapping asteroids. Ooh, this is a good chunk of... This is a good chunk of science gathering equipment. But I think the bigger relay is more important because Rabbit's communication network requires some upgrades. So I think I'm going to proactively get the bigger relay antenna with the plan of next time being focused on building out the comms network. But what's this? Max DSN power 50G. Ugh. I need the bigger... Spent a lot of my money just upgrading our ability to communicate. I wonder if that changes what what am I looking for? I'm looking for something orbiting Jewel. Yeah, this one. This one has an encounter with Jewel lined up that we've been waiting for like a year for. I mean, We're still waiting a year. What are we waiting? Another year and a bit. But it does not have communications abilities at the moment. No. Vessel links. What do we have? Do we have anything? Yo, this thing's gonna get launched out. Oh, that's Jool's orbit. Okay. I didn't realize Jool and Elo were gonna feel like they got so close together. Interesting. Interesting. How are we tracking unknown objects already? How are we tracking this? View that in the tracking station, please. I gotta see this thing's orbit. I don't get to see its orbit. Track that. What's its orbit like? Interesting. Can I just untrack it? Nope. I'm gonna be tracking it forever now. Unless I terminate it. You stop. You may not be able to find it again. Okay, we'll keep tracking it just because it's on such a nice. It's on a nice orbit there. All right. What else do we have here? This thing got launched out into the sun. This one has the alarm. Let's fly this one for a second and see if we can delete that maneuver node yet. No. No, still no communications with this system. Where's our orbit look? Yeah, we're just safely in the outer rings of Jool at the moment. Let's go back to the tracking station. Look at what else we've got. Just to see if there's anything that requires attention. So this one is orbiting the sun and going to encounter Jool. This one is just orbiting the sun, acting as a relay. It's got one heckin' communication jump. Do I must have something around Duna. What's this? Comm tower .1. Orbiting Duna. Let's take a look at you. I think this was just here to try and help bridge some of the communications. And it's not really working. It's got a lot of antennas. It's got a lot of fuel still. It's got communications. And it's just hanging out here in a wide Duna orbit. Yeah, okay. Vessel links, full network, please. Yeah, so this thing's doing better on its own than relayed through. Yo, huge. A huge asteroid. Let's track that too. I thought I was going to have to put a special piece of equipment up to track this sort of stuff. That's a heckin' of an orbit. Alright, well, I'm going to stop tracking asteroids. And I can't make a decision right now about what kind of a mission we should do next time. So I'm going to work on deciding that. No, actually, it's going to be more communications network stuff. We're gonna expand Rabbit's comms network next time, but that's for next time. For right now, I am going to step away. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Hit Potato Squad in the chat if you're paying enough attention, and otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.